Welcome back to the county seat. What is it that's the most valuable commodity within any of Utah's rural counties? Some would probably say, well, it depends upon what county you're in. In Uintah County, it would be natural gas. Duchesne County, oil. Carbon County, coal. In Iron County, copper. But in reality, the most valuable commodity in each of the counties is the same one, and they are losing that commodity at a growing rate. Here with that report is Terry Wood.
Utah. Now more than ever, the economic picture looks bright for our Beehive State, with a job growth rate that tops the nation at 4.5%, a population growth more than double the national average, and in-migration due to industry expansion for the past 15 years straight. Yes, things are looking pretty good indeed. However, these facts may come as a surprise to many in rural Utah counties. Here along the main streets and farmlands and dirt roads, the opposite has often been true. Populations have slowly shrunk, or at very least, remain stagnant. Much of the problem stems not from job losses or any of the issues that cause migration in urban areas, but from a general lack of opportunity for the younger generation. This emigration from rural to urban is nothing new, but when the best and brightest are always the first to go, and in most cases never return, the consequences to the community are felt for decades. It's like exporting your most important natural resource, but with no positive impact whatsoever.
My wife and I have 4 children. One of the 4 is in plant science at Utah State University, getting a PhD. And I doubt that he will be able to get the job that he would like in Iron County. Many of them have to leave to go to larger population centers to get the kind of job that they would like, the job that they're trained for.
Well, the biggest challenge is keeping them here. You know, of course, I'd like to have my 2 sons back here. They both are in the construction trade, and right now the rural part of Utah is just not going as far as that part of the trade goes. And we do have jobs, but they're just, you can't raise a family on them.
A lot of times families in the rural areas have to export their most important product, which are their children.
Of the 2.9 million people in Utah, 1.7 million live along the 80-mile corridor known as the Wasatch Front that stretches from Ogden on the north to Provo on the south. The other 1.2 million are spread throughout the 80,000 square miles that make up the rest of the state. It's kind of like a catch-22. In order for there to be a diversity of jobs, there needs to be a large population. But in order for there to be a large population, you need to have a diversity of jobs. Most rural communities like being rural, though, and have no ambition to rival the sprawl of the urban markets or deal with the problems they bring. What they do want, though, is to strengthen their communities and give their children the means to stay. Now, this has never been an easy obstacle to overcome, but it is one counties are working hard to remove.
That's what I think we need to get back to, is developing our rural America, where it can sustain a good job. We have available property. We have a good work ethic in rural Utah. I think if people got down this way, they would relocate if they seen the work ethic of our people.
No matter where you live, children will mostly leave home and go into careers that takes them around the world.
It's kind of a bittersweet thing, knowing that you've grown up in an area and it's precious to you, it's a great place and you love it, and you have so many memories centered there, and so it's kind of hard to leave because you know that it'll never be the same. But it's also exciting because you know there's more opportunities.
In small-town Utah, though, that trend is even more apparent. If these areas are to grow and thrive, some balance must be reached. Otherwise, all that will be left is an empty Main Street and a forgotten lifestyle.
If you're going to live in a rural America, you have got to want to live in a rural America. You've got to be able to, not have the convenience of all the big department stores and restaurants. I mean, it's a simple way of life, and a way of life that we cherish. But the other part of me wants the good life too, with good paying jobs.
For the county seat, I'm Terry Wood.
Thank you, Terry, for that report. We are going to carry on the discussion and talk about the outmigration of youth and the things that need to be done in rural Utah to provide opportunities for our new populations growing up in the rural part of the state. Joining us will be economic development directors, both former and present, from different places around the state, and we'll discuss that when we come back on the County Seat.
What do you picture when you hear Rich County, Utah? Winter adventure? Snowmobile action? Pristine skiing? Spectacular solitude? Well, if that isn't what first came to mind, then you just don't know Rich County. Snowmobiling Monte Cristo, ice fishing Bear Lake, skiing the backcountry. Come and find out what you never knew you were missing. Rich County, Utah.
Starring your own Western adventure right here in Utah's Kane County.
What are the words that describe the perfect destination? Finding them all in one place is easy if you know where to look. Millard County in the heart of Utah offers ATV adventures, rock crawling events, art festivals, and nature at its most epic. Millard County, Utah. Find out what you've been searching for.
Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uinta Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.